We back another day. Got me coffee ready to go, son. S13 should finally be picked up today. I'm gonna get cracking on changing these wheels on the 32 and picked up some rear seats from Osaka because it never had them, and I'm all about that complete car look. 33 has the rear seats. Gonna keep the rear seats in the 34, so Grubby from 21 Fab will make the cage, and Gary Martin will probably fit it in there, the seats back in. So yeah, I want to get the seats back in the 32. I'm all about the fitting the family in there and that, you know. But yeah, today's the day. Let's get some mad progress done. Corey, what do you reckon?
Yeah, get into it.
Get into it, Sonny. So what are we doing first?
We're going to compression test this.
Yeah.
And then I think we're going to start working on getting the gate and everything sorted.
Yeah, for sure. Now I've got all that here. I need to decide what front mount. I think, by the sounds of it, the black one's going to be the go. I chucked the silver one on there just because it looks so nice, but but if it's going to pressure drop at all, I don't want it. So I think black's going to be the way to go. And yeah, so comp test. Keen to see what this motor can do, because I've only heard the high comp that these motors run, and now after seeing the motor in my 33 get like 200 psi comp, it'll be interesting to see what this can do. So yeah, let's get into it, boys. Let's keep it right. Oh, I farted. I'll drive this up. All right, all spark plugs are out. Got the comp tester in. Make sure you unplug the CAS, otherwise you'll end up with big badoosh. Oh, probably not because of the spark plugs, but you'll end up with bulk fuel shooting in your eyeball. The fuel pump will still run, so we've connected up the at the same time as we're doing the comp tester. May as well drain the fuel, drain the 98 out so we can put the 85 in. And because we've got this oil feed all sorted, we pulled off the where is it? Oil drain. Oil drain bung right there. So we're just gonna stick her in, so because it will run oil through the line, which will also sort of prime the line, which ain't a bad thing. I'll just jam it in there and it'll drain to the sump. And now we can crank her up, son. Do the honors. Let's see what we've got. Let's see what we're working with. I think the keys are in it, maybe. Ooh. Oh, I need to get the freaking jump starter. We'll chuck jump starter on and come back. Well, that hit 150 with a couple of cranks. Definitely has high comp. All right, jump starter hooked up. We've got powers, and we can go again. Send it, Sonny. Not bad. 190.
190.
Pretty good. So I could be right about the DT Neo head still running similar compression or something like that. I'm not sure how it works. I would have thought a DT Neo head, so it's on the 33, would run less comp for more boosts, but yeah. Oh, we're getting 190 on the NA motor. This is supposed to be a proper high comp. Yeah, we'll keep going, see what we get. Alright, so just finished. The worst cylinder got 135, which is this one. Then we chuck a bit of oil in it and it got to 170, so number 5. We got 190 in the front and back, so 1 and 6. And then all the middle one, all the rest were 170. So pretty good. It's definitely like healthy-ish apart from number 5. But yeah, it's interesting that this got all lower than the motor in my 33, which is supposed to be a DET Neo basically. And this is a DE Neo, and they're normally DE Neo, and they're normally higher comp. So yeah, fun fact for the day. So right now we're just finishing emptying all the fuel. Let's see. Go again?
Yeah, I'm trying to get it.
I think it's empty. Somehow.
Well, it is on empty.
Yeah, there you go. Mustn't have had hardly any fuel in there already. Because I think that's done. That's about... There's like a 10 litres in there. Surely that's not empty already, but it must be. Oh, you can hear the pump sounds different.
Yeah.
Alright, all tanks drained. Compression test done. Not bad results. The motor's not cooked, which is a good thing. So we can start... yeah, now we can pull the covers off. Still need to polish them up. So I'll get onto that now while Corey starts welding up the gate to the turbo, and you can chuck that on. I'll chuck, we can chuck new plugs in it. So the BCPR70S, I've got plenty of them here. It's gapped down to 0.5, I think it is, or 0.6, I think 0.5. And yeah, get this thing probably, I don't know, I can't get it. I was going to say, can we get it running? Don't have the ECU yet.
No.
I don't think it'll run on the stock ECU with those injectors. It'll hate life. We'll pretty much have it ready. And then, yeah, finish the cooler piping, get the other cooler on, start the piping, and yeah, maybe by the end of the week we'll have it pretty close, I reckon. Next week we've got Steve at Auto Elect coming down, and I've got the LS core packs. I got a set of them that we're going to chuck in because they've done so well on my car, so I figured do it now while we're doing it all, and I shouldn't have any dramies. Oh, start polishing these things. All right, got the mani rocker covers here, my polishing station, got my high-speed drill, and so starting off, they're pretty rough at the moment and still pretty dirty. I'm not going to go too crazy on them. I just want them to be shiny. So even like these little dark bits will sort of look cool. Not being 100% perfect, but then the main flat bits easy to get to. I'll try to get them as shiny as possible. So the way I'm going to do it is, got my wet and dry sandpaper. And we'll just go up in the grits. We'll see how far I go. I've got like every grit possible. So I don't know if I'll go all the way through. But we've got 240. The idea is to not go over double your grits when you're going up in grits as well, otherwise you still leave little scratch marks. So we'll start with the rough boy, 240, just to get the grinding marks out. Then we'll go up to 600, and we've got 1200, and if I want to go spastic, I've got okay, even further, I've got 1500, and then even more spazzo, I've got the 2500. So you can do it either wet or dry. When you do it wet, it's even so it's almost like in between grits. It sort of lubes up the surface a little bit, and you can really get in there nicer, and yeah, it comes out even finer wet. But I'll probably start off dry because I don't want to make a mess. Then I've got the Brasso and the mag and aluminium polish. So this is probably coarser, so I'll probably go this after the sandpaper, then clean it up with the Brasso, and then I got these boys which get the bulk shine out of it. So you chuck them in the drill with its little chuck here. This is from Super Cheat Auto, if you didn't know, a little kit. So it's got 3 stages, the rough boy with the wax, and the medium boy, the black wax, and then the high glossy boy with the white wax. You just run it in the drill through that and polish that ass up, and hopefully we're left with some sort of mirror finish. And then depending on how the finish is, maybe I'll clear coat it afterwards, but we'll see how I go. I'll chuck it on time lapse and let's make it happen, son. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. you have it. All the sandpaper grits gone through up to 2,500, and even some of them I went, been using the brake cleaner as a bit of lubes to sort of clean it and make it sort of wet to do a grit in between each grit. So it's already sort of shiny. That's sort of like DeLorean spec right now, a little bit brushed. Like you can still see the scratch marks. So probably needed to go like a few of the rougher grits a bit harder to get all those scratch marks out. But we'll see what happens when we polish it up. That might get rid of them too. But either way, it's already got a bit of a shine to it. You can sort of see some reflection of the lights up there. And that's obviously beforehand. That's done nothing on this one. I'm going to see what the difference is also, half-assing this one, because that took a good 20 minutes to half an hour to do. So we'll see what happens if I just smash through the grits on this one, if I can get a similar end result as this one. So next up, we'll do the polish, clean it up with that, maybe brake clean it after that to get all the stuff off, and then finish off with the wax, and it should be shiny. Sweet. Now Corey, where are you up to? So you got rear housing. Rear housing off, you've marked it up. So I've got the rear, the turbo manifold's on the motor, and you sort of had it in position, and it looks like we're going to do a different, not really different strategy, but the same thing. So it's going to be drilled out there, but we're coming up now, yeah?
Yeah.
Show us what we're doing, Sonny.
It's going to sit like that.
Yep, so you got all your marks and basically get them sit it upwards like that. So that's what has the best clearance.
It'll practically be sitting like that. So easy access and everything to it.
Yep, so just straight up.
Anything.
And it'll point straight down, so it'll sit nicely.
Plenty of clearance for everything.
Sweet. And the flow will be okay too? Out of there, you reckon? I mean, it's sort of a 90 out of it, but I don't think it matters. Because it's a pretty small rear housing, and this is a pretty decent sized gate. I don't think we'll have any issues with boost control. So I think we're going to stick with the 14 PSI spring because of the compression of the motor. But we'll see. We'll see what the boss man says, waiting for him to get back. Old mate Dr. Draft. And but yeah, we're getting there. Getting there, boy. Alright, so you've done, go back, you've got your pilot hole there.
Yep.
So you went up in the, a few size drill bits, and now you've pretty much got to a 6mm bit of the hole saw.
Yep.
WD-40 you're up.
Yep. Nasty when it's burning.
How's that looking?
Just give that a...
Oh, it's done a tiny bit.
Yeah.
It's going to take a little bit. How thick is it?
It's fairly thick.
Fairly
It's
fat.
like 6mm.
6mm thick, yeah. You can sort of see through there.
Yeah.
There, actually pretty thick, so you're going to take a little bit to get through that. If you didn't know, the internal gates welded up on these rear housings on the high flow if you're going to run external gate. I think that's welded there. We're probably just going to chop that. That's the normal lever for the internal gate. We'll chop that off and yeah, slowly get through that, and then you can weld her up. How's that for mirror finish? Pretty good. So that's definitely got more mirror-like after the these 3 discs. Must just be, I don't know, something to do with the speed and the heat and the wax. I don't know. But I started with that. That definitely, it sort of puts like a dark tint to it and then shines it up. And then this sort of like cleans as well as shines, but then sort of dulled it a tiny bit. So I went over that again, got it a bit darker, shinier, and then yeah, just finished off with these. It's hard to tell the difference because it's so slight, but it definitely, over the 3 of them, gets that mirror. It's left a bit of all this little stuff here, that's all waxed. So I think I'm gonna go over it again with that sort of cutting compound, and it should clean all that up and bring the final shine out. So we'll go over that. But Corey is almost through, so I figured we'll finish the final cuts. Look at that. Oh,
especially when
it was getting a bit hot, boy, that drill, yeah.
Oh, mate.
I stole your drill. Oh, yeah, literally there, Sonny. Just finish her off. Oh! The last little dude. Perfect. Look at that. Yeah. Look at that. Bit of an exhaust leak there, mate.
What you reckon?
Oh, I'll leave you to welding that up, and I'll get back to cleaning the rest of these up. Corey's just finished up doing the X-gate flange off the rear housing, which is mint. So next stage is get her all back on, slap her on the car, then you can do the screamer and start doing the exhaust. Gangster. And as for me, that's looking hot, and about just finishing up on the 2500. Just run through it real quick this time on this one, but I don't think it's going to be much worse or any worse, because I know what I did on the first one and how to get this one pretty much the same but quicker. So I just sort of smashed it out real fast through all the grits. I'm sure I'll get a similar result. And I decided Mad Siebes doing the intake polish because it'll be way too hard. So just got the wrinkle black out and blasted the coat on it. And it's just slowly drying. Probably needs a few coats to get the wrinkle. I'm pretty sure I've just pretty much finished the can. So anyway, that'll look good, just being a solid black. And yeah, I'll keep going, get these polished up, and then I'll be clear coating the rockers, and we'll get them on. And she look hot. Oh, update on this stupid thing. Looks like it's still not getting picked up till tomorrow now. Useless truck company. God dang it. Oh. And there you have it. Both done. This is the second one. So I said I'd half-ass it, and I didn't really. Ended up going pretty much exactly the same as I did on the first one. Just did it a little bit quicker because I knew what I was doing. Just smashed through the grits. Did the exact same thing, polished her up, and she's come up immaculate. That mirror finish though. Only thing I reckon could get better, if you get close you can see the little scratches. I reckon if you went, yeah, because we were pretty rough on the first grits, if we went a bit finer at the start, just to really make sure you get those scratches out, you'd actually be able to get a proper mirror finish. But pretty bloody good. Now just need I've just cleaned it up with some wax and grease to get all the wax and polish off them, and then I'll go a clear coat, because polish does fade pretty quick, especially with grease and shit going around in motors and heat. You'll find they'll dull pretty quick. So yeah, do that, and then let them dry overnight, and we'll slap them on. Do a bit of a comparison with the old ones on there. One other thing, just so you know, I did the exact same thing with 1JZ rocker covers, the ones that went on the wagon. I did this, and then you can take them off to a powder coater and they can pretty much do like a tint, powder coated in any tint you want. So like, you know, blue, green or whatever, and you end up with like a chrome color, like it looks like an anodized sort of finish. Or if you go yellow, you end up with like a light yellow, you end up with like 24 karat gold looking covers. So just so you know, that's how you do it. You have to get the mirror first and then powder coat it in a tint. I'm sure you could spray them with a tint color too, and they'll look cool. Or I could spray them right now with the what's it called, the tint clear, which I might even do, the VHT. Oh, where is it? The nightshades. I could chuck that on it and I'll end up with a black chrome, which will also look cool. So we'll see. I'll either do lacquer or that, and you'll see that tomorrow. The inlet is all dried up. Just need to pull the tape off all the ports and plugs. But yeah, the wrinkle finish came out nice, so pretty happy with that. And Corey, what have you done? Oh, you've done us a screamer pipe with whatever scraps we had left over. So that's sick. Turbo sitting on there. The genuine Nissan gasket. And yeah, we can pretty much set the gate on tomorrow.
We're just gonna check the
Can do dump pipe.
springs and stuff that are in there.
Yeah, so we're gonna go. Dr. Drift got back to me and said 10 psi springs in the gate will do the job.
That's why I pulled it back.
Easy. And we've got our new plugs in there. Already went through that. And the LS1 core packs, Dr. Drift reckons that there's no need because these Series 2 core packs are mint. They'll do the job. So if that's what he reckons, we'll just leave them. See how they go. If we run into dramas, we've got the LS core packs waiting to upgrade them. But yeah, look at those nasty covers. It's gonna look so much better tomorrow. So I reckon we'll do the covers, put the inlet on, get the turbo, all that sort of stuff done, and I want to clean up the bay as well. So I reckon we'll do all that, and then we'll do a bit of a reveal all at once. It'll look nice. Oh, that's it for another day. Part 3 of the conversion. Some things take a little bit longer, a bit of a slower process, but these last few things should come together quick and we'll be dosing and blazing in no time. True. Anyway, comment down below your thoughts, like and comment that chat, and yeah, cheers for tuning in, boys. Oh, before we go, we just remembered we didn't get 100 likes on that video for the skid. That means no skids, so we're pretty upset about it. So I reckon we'll try again. This time, 100 likes within the first day of this video. So smash that like button, because I want to do a skid. I reckon this thing. What do you reckon?
Oh,
I reckon this, yeah.
done.
Once this is done, straight after, we'll blaze it. We're almost at 30k likes as well on the facey. So I reckon we'll hit both of them at the same time. Smash it. We'll pop the tyres. Pop them to rim, destroy the rims, I reckon. Pop tyre and rim, and pop the brakes.
Get the lemon finger.
Yeah.